tēnā katoa, as Sam's already introduced. My name is Jerrie-Lee Ngareta Hill. I'm officially Miss Woman of the Universe, Oceania 2023. So is everybody having a wonderful night? Yeah, it's amazing. I've had such a great time. So the first thing that I want to do is I want to acknowledge all of the beautiful people that made this event possible. So the wonderful Chelsea Swan, the pageant director, she's done an absolutely amazing job, especially because this is her first beauty pageant. And I just thought it's just amazing, next level. And also the beautiful judges who are in the back there, making a hard decision on these amazing and talented candidates that we just seen. Like, wow, they are mind-blowing. And of course, we couldn't have an amazing event without you, awesome supporters, the audience here today, including my two big kids, my son Patrick, Patricky, and my sister-in-law, Vijay.
Hey.
Yeah, so sister-in-law, sorry, not sister-in-law. But yeah, so thank you everybody for making this event what it is. It's been so amazing, and obviously you would have contributed to that. So yeah. So the reason why I'm here is I'm wanting to do a story about empowerment. So firstly, I want, because I get asked a lot of questions like, why have you done a beauty pageant, why is it empowering, and all those other sorts of things. And I guess there's a lot of negative stigma. So I want to tell a story about beauty pageant empowerment. I want to tell a little snippet about my life, not too much. And also I want to show how a story about my own self-discovery along the way, because that's pretty much what has happened with me doing this beauty pageant. So a year and a half ago, I ended up leaving a domestic violence relationship, and this is a relationship after 12 years, 4 beautiful children later, and at the time, I felt absolutely liberated. I felt free, physically my chest and my shoulders were lighter, I felt wonderful. And I woke up the next morning, had the best sleep ever, and I was scrolling through my Facebook as you do, or as I do in the morning anyway, and the first thing that popped up was an advertisement seeking beauty queens for a beauty pageant. And the first thing that really stood out to me was that it was being an advocate, a support person for people going through domestic violence. And it wasn't just the women and the children, was the victims of abuse, including the men as well, because men do go through that, and I like to acknowledge that. And when I seen it, even though it's cliche to say, I thought, wow, this is my calling. I've been going through this, and unfortunately enough, this is actually my 3rd time being in a domestic violence situation, one with my own father, and 2 with both the fathers of my children. Yeah, so I thought, well, if I can help at least one other person, inspire one other person, I would be happy. Because the feeling that I was feeling at that time was just so physically and mentally liberating. Yeah, thank you, Mummy. Because at the time, I had been told for 30 years that I wasn't good enough, that I wasn't worthy. I wasn't pretty enough, I wasn't skinny enough, I was crazy, and all these other ridiculous things. And the thing about it is I didn't believe it. I'll be honest, because I'm a pretty confident chick, but part of it actually absorbed into me, and it was because I had realised that there were a lot of things that I actually had inhibited. I wasn't doing for myself because of all of the stuff that I had been going through for 30 years. And anyway, fast forward, after I did the beauty pageant, I ended up discovering myself. Just like this beauty pageant and what it allows, because it empowers you. It helps you to discover you as a person. It gets you out of your comfort zone. You know, for me, I actually found out only just recently that I actually have a lot of talents. I never knew. I never knew. I became an actress, a model, a writer, and actually a physical painter artist. And believe it or not, I had never even knew I had those talents, because the negativity that was placed on me constantly, every day, reminding me, you can't do this, you can't do that. So that's what the beauty pageant had allowed me to do. It also allowed me to, I thought I was confident before, but it allowed me to be even more confident now. So I'm confident, more confident as a 30-plus-year-old woman than it was in my teens, than it was in my 20s. And then the other thing that I found as well is being out in the community. I would have never in my wildest dreams been able to do something like this, because I would have not had the confidence. And you know what, I actually asked Chelsea, who's wonderful and supportive and encouraging. She's actually one of my pageant sisters. We did the pageant together. And she said, I volunteered to do this because I said I would like to speak in public and empower other people and show my experiences. And she said yes. So thank you, Chelsea. But I would have never been able to do this. And then there's also other things like supporting fundraisers, and I'm doing a jump for youth, so I'm jumping out of a plane. Like there's all these things which I would have never been able to do, but I'm doing because I had done something like something for myself, which helped me to discover me and who I was always meant to be. Before all of that stuff happened, this is actually who I was meant to be, and I'm still developing more and more as a person. So I'd like to say thank you to Chelsea and all the other wonderful people, there's Rosemary as well, who come up with these beauty pageants to empower our beautiful mana wahine, to help us to discover ourselves, to tell our stories, to be who we were meant to be. You know, and it's a safe space to do it in an encouraging environment, and that's why I love it. So thank you very much for that, and I would like to leave on a quote, because, oh thank you all. I'd like to leave on a quote, because I'm a lady of quotes, I love them. If you follow me on Facebook, you see I always put up random quotes, and the one that I want to leave with for tonight is that in this world, you know, in a world where you can be absolutely anybody, be you. Be unapologetically, be authentically, be you. Okay, and keep developing to be the best version of you. And things like this, beauty pageants like this, they are a platform that allows us. So thank you, ngā mihi, and maiwa kia koutou katoa.